damn it! Wow! Wow! Wow, wow, wow. I honestly cannot believe that what I just watched was as bad as it was. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I should have listened. There were plenty of you who said in my previous Silent Night, Deadly Night reviews to stay away from the sequels. Stop right there. Stop moving forward. What the hell are you doing? You're an idiot. And I should have listened, but because silly old me, I'm so inclined to be curious, too curious, when you say a movie's bad, and I decided to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. Initiation, I guess is the subtitle. This came out in 1990, and I regret every single frame of this movie that I watched. In fact, I'll be honest with you guys. Well, look, I'll save that in a minute as far as my journey through this movie. But let's talk about the plot. The plot is we meet this character, Kim, played by Neth Hunter. She is a newswoman who is in kind of sort of a toxic relationship with this guy. I mean, you see them have sex, and I guess that's great, but he doesn't really treat her the greatest. And she sort of gets roped into this, I don't know, a demon cult? Because that happens, and that's pretty in tune with the series, isn't it? Yet clearly they stepped away from the brothers serial killer storyline. And at first, I thought that was a good idea to switch it up and to get away from the constant flashbacks of the original movie. It was getting to be a bit much. But this was terrible. This is the worst case scenario they could have done. Because this girl, Kim, she gets roped into this cult, and you're constantly seeing cockroaches and insects coming out of her sink and her food at her house, and you see that Clint Howard plays this homeless guy who I guess is part of the cult, and he lures her into the cult as well. The leader of the cult, Fema, played by Maud Adams, she's really trying to sell it hard. I mean, at first I didn't even know if, is this a lesbian thing because she kissed her at one point, but then later on she says that she reminds her of her daughter. So I don't know, but I stopped watching this movie. I did not finish it. I don't know how it ends, and I don't give a fuck to know how this movie ends, because this movie's a fuck you. If I've ever seen one this easy, hands down, without a doubt, has to be top 2 or 3 worst movies I've ever seen. Hell, it might even go up to the worst movie, because at least what I would previously say were the worst movies, a movie like The Crow, Wicked Prayer, a movie like Milo, a movie like Human Centipede Part 2, at least I finished those movies. For better or for worse, hell, I might not even ever finish any of those movies ever again, but the first time, the first go around, I finished them. I got through it. I saw what the credits looked like. This movie I couldn't even get halfway through. Maybe I got a half hour, maybe 40 minutes in, but that was it. I saw this Kim character get grabbed by the cult, and there's a bunch of people around her, and they force her to eat cockroaches. And they force her to eat this just giant worm, bug-looking thing. I don't even know what it was. Then she spits out a giant version of a bug worm thing. It comes out of her, and they help pull it out. And I'm sitting there what the hell am I watching? What's going on? Explain this to me, somebody, anybody. And what the fuck does this have to do with Christmas? The only connection in relation to Silent Night, Deadly Night, and the fact that this would be around Christmas time is that Clint Howard comes in when Kim is having sex with her boyfriend, and he just sits down on the bed. Somehow they don't notice this. and he turns on Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. How ironic that they decided to have a reference and put on the TV the third film, which was shit too, but not nearly as bad. That movie is like Citizen Kane compared to this shit. Wow. It doesn't help the fact that Kim, the main character, the actress, is terrible as far as acting goes. I don't buy anything that she's really going through. It's more so just disturbing to see this woman be brought down to this level. There's a scene where she gets raped by Clint Howard in front of the group, and then I stopped the movie once she wakes up from getting raped by him, and she is like trying to gather herself, and she starts to what looks like she's giving birth to a giant bug. It's just this thing comes out between her legs, and it's a bug creature, worm looking thing. And I just said, fuck this shit. Why? Why do I have to do this to myself? Why bother doing this to myself? I shut the movie off. And I said, no thank you. I'm done. I'm so done. What's the point? Why bother? Why? Nope. I know that part 5 supposedly is its own story too, but man, I don't know if I can do it. And look, there's no way it could be worse than this shit. But at the same time, I don't know. Who knows? It could be worse. Or it could be just as bad. I'm still debating on if I should watch part 5. But clearly this fourth movie is the bottom of the barrel. The worst, steaming, stinking pile of dog shit I've ever seen. I never want to watch this movie again. I never want to hear this movie mentioned in my vicinity ever again. It's done. It's over. It will be wiped from my brain, wiped from my consciousness. Fuck Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 4. Fuck yourself up the ass. Man, am I glad that I didn't see anymore. Because what I did see hopefully isn't as burned in my brain as I think it is right now. Let me know in the comments below if you too sat through this shit fest. Did you finish it? Could you finish it? How did you finish it? Why did you finish it? I have so many questions. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ugh. Later.
Souls taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask, with a decked out machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going? I'm going. You know, I know that the man in the mirror is my next rival. Time goes and I never thought I'd live it so fast. Staring at the world from the